It happened to me years ago, where I was introduced to someone as Nick, the nephew of some friends. A vegetarian, musician lawyer.
Bullseye.
We had a nice chat at a gathering. I went to another one, was told, that's their nephew Nick there, and it was a totally different person, looks-wise. Same details, checked all the boxes for what I knew about Nick, yet not even close to the same dude. I said hello throughout the course of the evening, and it was clear he'd never met me. Plus, very different personality. First, Nick was a pudgy, blue-eyed, self-effacing shy guy. Second was a little arrogant, with dark brown eyes, darker skin. They are Lebanese and Greek. Different hair color, texture. Not the same guy, and there is only one nephew Nick, let alone not two vegetarian lawyers who are frontmen and lead vocalists in a band. Okay, whatever. Shit happens, and sometimes weird shit happens. Happened again yesterday with a different person, a woman this time. My friend's beloved aunt died in like 2017 or so. I attended the memorial, and seated next to me was a woman who introduced herself to me as Dina Sacconi, good friend of my friend's family, and mom of a fellow classmate of my friend, Kathy, and me. His name was Teddy, and he'd been my first little crush in first grade. There were only a few minutes till the memorial started, but we chatted a bit. I introduced myself, asked after Teddy, told her tell him hello from me, etc. I remember thinking how young she looked. Barely older than Kathy and me, and of all things, she was wearing a mini skirt at a memorial. Oh well, not a super formal family, she looked good. Flash forward to yesterday, another memorial, this one for Kathy's mom.
Headshot.
Dina Sacconi was one of her best friends, and Kathy mentioned Dina would of course be there. I made a mental note to say hello, since we had had a little conversion at the aunt's memorial. I was standing looking at the beautiful and elaborate slideshow Kathy had put together for the service. A very outgoing lady, about the age of my mom, stood next to me and was commenting on the old-timey pictures. She was a hoot. I introduced myself, and she said, "Hi, I'm Dina. Dina Sacconi." People. It was not the same lady. This lady A looked nothing like the first Dina B. Even if she'd bore any resemblance whatsoever, no way could anyone just normally age that much in 5 or 6 years. It was a different lady. One comment she made was interesting. Kathy's uncle Greg was very conservative, so I used to shock him by showing up in my miniskirt. WTF? The first Dina wore one, second Dina happens to mention one. IDK, y'all. My high school geometry teacher would go off on these tangents about the implications of higher math, verging into philosophy, and if he got too far up in the clouds, he'd shake his head and say, "Ah, I'd rather drink beer."